never seen. The greatest the world has ever revered. I'd like to introduce myself. Let's go! I'm out here making them mad, cause I got it. Too good at being too bad, cause I got it. Stop reaching and being sad, cause I got it. I just got it, yeah. I just got it. I'm the one that got the swag, I'm the one that got them sad. I don't do this here to brag, I just got it. I'm the reason why you mad, I'm the reason why they glance. I ain't even trying to brag, I just got it. I said please don't call my phone, you should just leave me alone. I think this here all alone, I just got it. I can show them how to act, put my shoulder on the pad. Keep it real and that's a fact, I just got it.
Thank you, fans.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to October football here in Holland, Michigan. It's a brisk 50 degrees as we prepare to see the Hope College Flying Dutchmen take on the Alma Scots in what is sure to be a heavyweight battle between two of the two best teams in the MIAA. Last year, these teams met for a close game, a 28-26 win for Alma. The first time Alma had beat the Flying Dutchmen since 2015. Both of these teams come in with 5 straight wins. They're both performing very well right now. Carter St. John for Alma Scots is currently on fire. The Scots come in off a 70-30 win against Shrine, 70 points there. And if you look at the stats for Carter St. John, it's hard to do better than he did. 12 of 13, 385 yards, 5 touchdowns, no turnovers, including as well a touchdown run. That's 6 total. This is one big weekend at Hope College. It's homecoming, I guess, homecoming. And so excited to have all of you with us tonight. Once again, thank you for joining us for this showing, and we are thrilled for this great game that is about to unfold before our eyes. Alma, of course, has really been a team that's been on the resurgence these last couple of years. Hope has dominated the series overall, but as I just mentioned, Alma with their first win since 2015 against the Dutch last year. Hope comes in off of a gritty performance against Albion where they won 14-16, a real scrappy game. Those of you who watched it will know. Defensive battle. Hope probably the best defensive performance of the year for the Flying Dutchman. You see Alma Scots on your screen there, rocking the white kits, and then Hope College in the orange.
This reminds me of the first year that we saw Alma and Hope play each other in the Sturzma era. It was a rainy day. Hope took that victory. But on a day like today,
Looks like the weather is holding up. It's been a rainy weekend here in West Michigan. But we've got a little break in the weather here, and the weather's looking pretty nice. Around 50 degrees, perfect October football weather for a battle of this proportion.
They get on you early, and then they just pile it on you.
Speaking of Carter St. John, the 5'9", 190-pound sophomore played at Bishop Chatard in Zionsville, Indiana. What a season it's been for him. He comes in this season, 19 touchdowns through the air, only 1 interception. In addition to that, 3 touchdown runs as well. And Alma, for the coin toss here, is going to call heads.
It is a heads.
It is a head, so Alma will have the choice.
Alma's won the toss. They were the first of the second half.
That's usually in
Alma has won the toss.
And here we are to get the game started.
Check this way. Good luck, gentlemen.
After the coin toss here at Rand Sue Smith Stadium here in Holland, Michigan. For the Dutch coming in, I just referenced the numbers for Carter St. John. For Zach Trainer in this Hope offensive squad, the numbers through the air aren't as pretty. Trainer coming in with 9 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, but they've managed to pull together 5 straight wins, often in very gritty circumstances. I mentioned the win last week against Albion. They've had other close wins this season. The freshman quarterback has done well to lead this Hope College team. For the majority of the season, Hope has really relied on their powerful run game with several options. Those of you who are familiar with Hope College football will know between Chance Strickland, Elijah Smith, Zach Trainer, they get guys the ball. They like to run a lot. They're a dynamic offense. My name is Matt Roblin, as you see on the screen. And it's an electric atmosphere here. Great turnout from both the Hope fans. It's one big weekend, Homecoming weekend, as well as the Scots fans who made the trip over here to Holland. Alma will kick off. Hope will return. I'll say again, so thrilled for this matchup. 2 MIAA heavyweights here. Just a 2-point difference in the game last year, and both of these teams very much in the hunt for the MIAA title. For Alma, as they prepare to get the kickoff here, a little bit of wind out there. We will see Josh Hernandez, the junior, number 23, with the kickoff. It's an electric atmosphere here. Nick Nemechek is set deep to return for the Hope College Flying Dutch. This is homecoming football at Rand Sue Smith Stadium. Here is Nemechek. He's going to take the kickoff from about his own 10. He's going to run, gets a couple blocks. He's going to get some good yardage. He's going to keep running and get down around the 29-yard line. Decent starting position for the Flying Dutch. And in comes the freshman quarterback, Zach Trainer. I just mentioned his stats, 9 touchdowns through the air, 7 interceptions. Also a great runner. The freshman has been handed the reins to this Hope College offense, and after an early loss in the season, has commanded the Dutch to 5 straight victories. Coach Sturzma and crew have put together several gritty performances. We'll see 3 receivers here, shotgun formation. You'll see a lot of that today from the Dutch. Let's get this thing started. 1st and 10. Castle is in motion, and we're going to start with a handoff there. And look at the defense right off the bat for the Scots. The run attempt there thwarted. It's Hunter Sanderson, the senior for the Scots, making his presence known early. currently for Hope. You'll see Elijah Smith is out there in the backfield. The offensive line, you'll see Luke Marsh, Connor Bovia, Cole Harger, Dylan Clem, Alex Weber. At receiver, we'll see a mix of Grant Holzer, Terrell Harris, Travis Myers. And here is Trainer, who's going to throw an interception on the second play of scrimmage. Oh, man. And the Scots are electric after that quick interception. And Zach Trainer not able to connect there. That's going to be another interception for the Ledger. And that's just about as unfortunate of a start as you could get for Hope College deep in their own territory.
And for the Scots, their 25th takeaway of the season. They're now at plus 21. Again, we told you.
This Scots team, a lot of takeaways this season. And a game like this, turnover differential will prove to be very important. I'm going to say that now. Let's reference that later and see how this game turns out. And just like that, Alma gets the ball back. And now we will see Carter St. John. I mentioned he's on fire. Comes in with one of the most impressive offensive performances of this whole season in the MIAA. And he's going to hand the ball off. Scott's going to get a couple yards here.
Eddie Williams, the ball carrier.
Eddie Williams took the ball there. That's number 26, the sophomore for the Scots. The offensive line, you'll see Reese Townsend, Maddox Mazel, J.B. Couch, Lance Rademacher, and Owen Dink. All right, St. John is going to throw, and he finds his man out wide for the reception. Zach Poff, the freshman. And look at the Scots moving quickly, playing very aggressive. St. John's going to keep it, and look at the move there to get yardage. He's going to break through a tackle there, fighting forward, and man, the 5'9", 190 QB showing his elusiveness there on that second down play. They're moving with motion here, on that first down play, which will set up our second and second. And the handoff here, right up the middle, that one's going to be stopped for a minimal gain. Eddie Williams once again on the carry. And that will result, though, in a first down. And just like that, the Scots are in motion. Play action. St. John's going to look at his options. He got room to run. He's not going to run. He's going to throw, and that's going to be a touchdown. Scots, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what the call is on the field there. Pass was made for Devin Frenchco.
Holding, offense, number 77. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay first down.
Huge break for the Dutchman. Big break for the Dutchman right there. Right tackle Owen Dank there got caught for holding. And what otherwise would have resulted in a touchdown for the Scots. Looked like St. John was pretty close to the line of scrimmage there. But here we will have a 1st and 20, which is really a 1st and goal situation. St. John's going to hand it off. Williams is going to get, oh, look at him falling forward. Williams is going to get about 10 yards out of that. It's still going to set them up with about a 2nd and goal situation, about 10 to go. See what the Scots have here on 2nd down. Play action again. St. John, oh, look at the design blocking play. They're going to get their tight end out in room. He's going to get just past the 5-yard line. That's Nate Webb, the senior tight end. And this will set up an exciting 3rd and 5, 3rd and goal situation for Hope College. The bells are ringing the stands, and the crowd here is into it. And these are huge plays in a game. Hope would love to hold the Scots to 3, of course, especially off this early turnover. Here's St. John. St. John's got room on the side. Defender's coming in. He's got to make up his mind. He's going to throw one up there and just throw it out of play. Well played by the Hope College defense. They managed the quarterback scramble at the end. Good coverage all across the end zone. That'll set up a 4th and 5 situation. Now let's see what the Scots have in mind. They're not setting out the kicking unit yet. They might go for this here. This offense, as I mentioned, has been very, very effective this season. Obviously, their confidence must be at a sky high. Let's see what they got drawn up for us here. It looks like they're going to leave the offense on the field. You'll see Zach Poff and Gage Kruger are on the wide. St. John's going to throw it to the end zone, and it's off the hand of the tight end Webb. There is no flag on the field. That's going to be a turnover on downs. And the aggressive play from the Scots does not work out there. An interesting decision to go for it. 4th and 5 after that early turnover. And man, you can't be mad at that. From where they turned over the football, the Scots get no points. At 4th down and 5 play, Carter St. John looked for Nate Webb. Was able to get a hand on it but not corral it. Now the ball will go back to Zach Trainer in the Flying Dutch. However, they are in challenging territory, to say the least, at about their own 4-3 yard line. Here's the Dutch. They're going to hand it off to Smith. Smith's going to get about 2-3 yards. And for Hope, they'd love to get their running game into the action. Of course, overall, when you look at this season, they've been a great running team. However, not every game has been the same. The last 2 weeks, a few challenges along the way trying to get the running game going. They'd like to get back to their peak performance here. Of course, playing against the Scots. A great team offensively and defensively. That will be a challenge. Terrell Harris is in motion. Keep an eye out for him today. They're going to give it to Smith again, and defenders are all over there. Scott's defense is all over it. The linebackers you'll see include Eli Jackson, Odin Sopperdine. You'll also see Gage Nelson. Looking at the defensive line for the Scots, we'll see Jerome Robertson, Evan Mativa, Hunter Sanderson, Jalen Dunwoody. And in the secondary, we'll see Drew Hum, Bryce Fredenberg, Jack Kretschmar, Raphael Garland. And now here is the 3rd down and 7 moment for the Dutch. Terrell Harris is in motion. He's going to run. Here is Trainer. Trainer's got pressure. He's got to unload it. And another interception for the Dutch. And that might be a pick 6. Hope is going to stop him within the 5. But that's another INT early in this game for Trainer. And the Scots get the ball in amazing territory. And for Zach Trainer, that's a ball you don't want to make a mistake on there. That's going to set them up with about a 1st and goal from the 4 situation. Trainer, now watching that play, you obviously saw the pressure coming in from the defensive line and the linebacker crew of the Scots. For Trainer there, you would have loved it if you could have thrown that away. That will result in a 2nd interception early in this game. The Scots in prime territory. This is a hard challenge for the Hope College defense. We've already seen the Scots go for it on 4th down. They're going to go ahead and give it to St. John, who's going to run forward and brought down quickly by the Dutch, who are there to corral him. Excuse me, that was not St. John who took the direct snap. I was so quick on the move there, I missed it. Devin Rife, backup QB from Frankenmuth, took the direct snap, but that trickery is only going to result in about a yard. Still no St. John. And look at this play. Touchdown for the Scots. Nate Webb. They looked for him on 4th down last time to no avail, but now he gets his touchdown. And it's not St. John who throws it. It's Devin Rife, junior from Frankenmuth. He looked like he was going for the quarterback run design play. Instead, he does the little hop. He throws it to Nate Webb, and that's a touchdown for the Scots. And look at this formation. Scots are bringing out all the tricks early in this game against the Dutchmen. that was a unique formation to say the least, but they're gonna go for the field goal kick, at least it looks like here. Hernandez is gonna boot it, and just like that, 7-0 for the Alma Scots. And for Hope, 2 early INTs force a turnover on downs in the first play, and looks like we might have some yellow laundry on the field here. Alma did come out in a interesting formation. Let's see what the call is on the field.
Well, if you know anything about refereeing, there's a Paganelli doing the refereeing today in this group. A long lineage of Paganellis in college.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
Still talking about things.
The refs are congregated here.
The flag was thrown by the line judge.
Interested to see what the call is on the field here.
It was right at the line of scrimmage at the number.
illegal formation. Offense. Number 36 was covered with the center and his hand on the ball and moved to an eligible receiver position. 5-yard penalty, replay the try.
That's not a call you're going to see every day, an illegal formation called. And for your context, Alma came out in what looked like an interesting formation, looked like they might try to run a 2-point conversion fake attempt, but then they switched back to their field goal attempt formation, special teams. Something was a little wrong there with the center going out looking like a receiver, and that's going to be a penalty. Hernandez will have to kick again to get that extra point. He's going to kick it, and it's going to be right down the middle. 7-0 is your score for the Scots. And for Alma, man, you got to feel good when you can capitalize on opportunities. And for them, it looked like they had really missed their chance after that first interception. But for Hope, for Zach Trainer, not a good start today. But Hope, still early in this game with an opportunity to rebound on this next possession. The young quarterback, the true freshman, Zach Trainer.
Schedule a strategy session today to find out what it means to be.
Still has a lot of game to play, and we have seen throughout this season, there's been several games when Trainer has had early interceptions or turnovers and has rebounded to play very well and lead Hope to gritty wins. So if you've seen the Dutch play this season, not an ideal start, but we've seen this before. Here's the kickoff from Hernandez. Nemechek is going to take the boot just past the 10. He's got some blockers, and he's going to get past the 25 around the 30-yard line from decent starting field position for the Dutchman. And back comes the Hope O. And for Hope, you're going to look to get a couple first downs here, ideally. Take care of the ball, maybe get the running game involved. Coming in this season, Elijah Smith and Chance Strickland both have over 500 yards on the ground. Chance Strickland has ran for 11 TDs. Terrell Harris, and they're going to fake it to him, but they're going to give it to Strickland, and it's going to be a short yardage gain for the Dutchman.
Jack Anderson and Eli Jackson in there on the tackle.
As I mentioned earlier, these two teams come in off of very different games. The Alma Trime game that preceded this for the Scots was a 70-30 score. 70 points is a lot of points. That's the most concise way I can say. I very rarely see that in MIAA play. Hope comes in after a 14-6 gritty battle. Very different games. Here is Trainer. Trainer looked deep. He's going to run out wide. Got to be careful here. Trainer's going to sling it out looking for Terrell Harris, and it's going to go off his hands. Would have been a short to no yardage gain anyway. That's going to result in a 3rd and 8 situation. And Hope, you would love to get at least one first down, but a 3rd and 8 situation, not advantageous for this offensive crew. For the Dutch, they're going to go with 4 wideouts here. Travis Myers, Terrell Harris, Grant Holzer. The rest of the offense here. Trainer with the play action. He's got pressure coming. He's going to run out wide. He's got room. He's got a receiver to his side. He's going to look for it. And, oh, that's just going to be out of bounds there. Looking for Johnny Rowan Blanton, the freshman. He had space there, and he tried to keep that one in bounds. The referees are going to call that an incomplete pass on the field.
They're going to overrule it now, it looks like.
Well, it looks like the referees are...
They were going to give it to him, but I think this is, they now call it an incomplete pass. Man,
yeah, okay, that is going to go out as an incomplete pass. A little bit of confusion on the field about whether that was called a completion or incompletion. That will be an incompletion. We're going to see the punting team come out for the Dutch. And for Hope's first 3 offensive possessions, not the way you draw it up. Interception, interception, punt. And now look at this. You don't see this every day. You got a little dual punter action for the Dutch. And there's the boot. It's going to get some yardage. It's going to get a favorable bounce. It's going to be returned here for the Scots. And, we might get a block in the back call here. We saw Joe Debski on the return. Looked like we might have got an illegal block there. If so, if that's the call on the field, that will play well for the Dutchman here. We saw Caleb Dean on the punt. Nick Flegler, who also plays defensive back, also can punt for this whole college team.
During the return, block in the back, return team. Yard penalty, first down, Alma.
And yes, as expected, that will be a block in the back penalty against the Scots. It's one of the first real breaks we've seen for the Dutch so far this game. And that punt results in good field position, at least defensively for Hope College. The Scots will start around their 15-yard line. And we saw that touchdown pass thrown earlier for Alma, who's rife. Didn't have that one on my bingo card for the first touchdown of the game, but there we have it. Here is the quick pass. St. John hit in the backfield there. It'll just be a short gain for the Scots. Now it's Cole Thomas, another tight end. Saw the other tight end, Nate Webb, catch the only touchdown of the game. Play action again. St. John is going to throw a ball outside, which is just past his receiver there, looking for Cole Thomas again. And for St. John, man, I just couldn't get over those numbers last week. 12 of 13, almost 400 yards, 6 total touchdowns. This is a guy who comes in hot. So for this Hope defense, man, when you're playing an offense that is this confident, that is playing this well, you have to create situations like this. A 3rd and 9, and here it is. St. John's looking. He's going to throw one, and he just got a man across the middle, complete. And it is captured. Open, way open, was Devon Frenchko. Flegler brought him down, but that will be a huge 3rd down conversion. And look at the Scots team, man. They were running quick to get this rolling. The hurry offense style for the Scots. That'll set up a first down. It's just under 8 minutes remaining in this first quarter here. Excuse me. Once again, my name is Matt Roblin. We're at Ray and Sue Smith Stadium for thrilling October football. We're going to get the handoff here. The defensive line and linebacker crew of Hope. Quick to capture Williams there. The defensive line and linebacker crew for the Dutch involves the likes of Wyatt Tucker, Otis Ackerman, Caleb Parlberg, Connor Nagliski, Cole Lumen, Luke Palmer, Brady Howe, Nick Flegler and crew make up the secondary for the Dutch. We're going to see another handoff here for the Scots. Williams is going to fight forward for a couple yards. We'll set up another 3rd down situation. The bells are ringing again at Ray and Sue Smith Stadium. Hope brought the pressure on the last 3rd down play. St. John played composed, was able to find a wide open receiver for the first down. Now we have a 3rd and 5 situation. Cole Thomas is going to line up in the H-back position. He's going to get a block. St. John's going to throw it out wide, and it goes through the arms. That would have been a very difficult catch for the Scots, looking for Gage Kruger, and that's going to present a 4th down situation. Well defended by the Dutch secondary here. And that'll set up a punting situation. The momentum in this game has really felt all Alma so far. That 3rd down, a big moment for the Dutch, who will get the ball back. They've went interception, punt on the first 3 drives, but it's still just a 1-score game, still early, still lots of time to go. Bryce Kemp is going to punt it. It is high. Terrell Harris is going to go with a fair catch around the 20-yard line. And back onto the field come the Hope College Hope. And for Hope, they've set up. The defensive unit for the Hope College Dutch is set up the offense with an opportunity to get some traction here. You'd like to see at least one first down, a couple first downs ideally. Points, of course, you want that on every drive. But in this situation in the game, I think you want to see Hope at least get a little bit of momentum going offensively. All right, so here's Trainer with 2 backs. Got 3 receivers out wide. They're going to hand it to Strickland. And Strickland's going to get 2 nice blocks. Holzer and crew. And Strickland's going to fight forward. That's what he does. Barreling forward for extra yards. And just like that, the running game the Dutch have been known for these last couple of years, they get it rolling there.
1st and 10. Hope. After 36.
First and 10 situation after the first down of the game for the Dutch. This time Strickland is not going to get any yardage. He's going to be tripped up there, trying to get around Marsh on the offensive line. Luke Marsh, the left tackle, senior, 6'5", 305. Him and Alex Weber have been a great tackle crew, running the outside of that offensive line for the Dutch this season. And that time, only able to get 1 yard. That'll set us up with a 2nd and 9 situation. Strickland is going to go out wide. Trainer assessing his options. He's going to run forward. He's going to take off of it himself, and he's going to slide down. Oof. That's going to be a flag on the field. You saw Trainer slid, and that is a late hit on the Alma defense.
Trainer slid, and the Alma linebacker.
Oh, man, yeah, you could see the whole Hope sideline was calling for the flag immediately as the officials will congregate to make the call on the field.
Personal foul. Defense, 0. 15 yards added to the end of the run. First down.
Yep, and that's going to be a big penalty against the Scots. And Trainer took a hard hit there. That's going to go against Odin Saferdine. 5th year from Traverse City, Michigan, the linebacker. A little late there on the hit, which will result in positive yardage for the Hope College Dutch. And just like that, a good run from Strickland. A late hit penalty, and the Hope Flying Dutch are in enemy territory for the first time today. Despite all the mistakes so far early, Hope has an opportunity to make this a 4-point game or a tie game. They're going to hand it off here to Strickland, who's going to barrel forward for a couple of yards. I mentioned Chance Strickland's numbers earlier, as well as Elijah Smith. On this year, Chance Strickland has 530 yards coming into this game with 11 touchdowns. His longest run all season, 19. What he's known for is really those 5 to 15 yard gains that he can churn out time and time again. Hard runner, great in the red zone, gets the ball in the end zone, always falls forward. They're going to hand it to him again. Strickland's going to fight forward. Their other running back you'll see today is Elijah Smith. He's broken a few long ones the last couple games, including a 69-yarder.
3rd and 3.
Longest rush of the season for the Dutch. Here is a 3rd and 3 situation after 2 straight runs for the Dutch. And the ball is around the 36-yard line. You think Hope, if they don't get it on this 3rd down play, they might be looking at it at a 4th down attempt as well. Terrell Harris is going to be in motion. Here's Trainer. Trainer's going to hand it off to Strickland, and he's going to fight forward for a first down. First down, Hope College Dutch. Why not give it to the big man and let him rumble? Nice work from the offensive line, who created a hole for the 6'2", 225-pound junior running back of Mason, Michigan, to get the first down. Now Elijah Smith is going to come in at running back. And we'll have Terrell Harris in the slot. They're going to hand it off to Elijah, and Elijah Smith is going to fight forward for some more yards. And Hope, just as I was hoping they would do early on this drive, starting to pick up some traction offensively, getting the running game engaged.
2nd and 5.
And for those of you familiar with the game, you know an effective running attack opens up a lot of those play action play calls you can bring out of the playbook. Allows you to be versatile in the way you run your passing offense. Hope, well known for how well they've ran the ball the last couple of years. H-back in motion. Smith still in the backfield. They're going to give it to Smith. Smith's going to fight at the yard, fight for about a yard or two there. Met quickly by the defensive line of the Scots.
Third, and we're calling it now 4 yards to go for Hope first down.
That'll set up another third down situation for the Dutch now, about the 25-yard line. 2:15 remaining in the first quarter. And they'll leave Smith out there. You can see Harris, Holzer, Travis Myers out at receiver, and don't forget, Trainer able to run as well. Play action. Trainer's going to go ahead, and he looks like he's going to run, and he's going to launch one across the middle. He finds his man for the first down. Great play from Trainer. Hits Travis Myers, the sophomore, 6 foot. Man, he's going to get that catch and bring it forward. And another third down conversion. See the replay here? Saw Myers capture that ball. Fight forward for yardage. And as I mentioned, Trainer, a threat with his legs. And that's an element defensive linebackers especially have to be aware of in the passing game. That time able to leverage his mobility to get Travis Myers open. And now Trainer's going to go ahead and take it himself, and he's going to be hit quickly, hit low on the plate. Nice play there from the Scots defense. Eli Jackson, the senior, quick to react to the design quarterback run. We'll see Strickland back out at running back for Hope. Myers, Holzer, and Harris still out at receiver. And they're going to go ahead and give it to Strickland, who's going to barrel close to that end zone. You'll notice Hope loves to use the H-backs in the run game. You'll see a mix of Seth Lumen and Adam Castle out there today. And now we have a 3rd and 2 situation, 2 yards to go. On this goal line situation here, Rains to Smith Stadium. Once again, homecoming weekend, one big weekend. We are so glad you were here with us for this just awesome showdown between these two teams. Trainer's going to go ahead. It's going to be a designed run play. He's going to dive in for the end zone, and touchdown for the Dutch. Zach Trainer on the designed run play is going to get into the end zone, and Hope will get out of this first quarter with some much-needed points. You see the replay here from our video crew. Trainer, look at that. He's hit. He fights forward. He's going to get that ball over the end zone, and you see the reaction. The linemen love it. Now a chance to tie for the Dutch. Let's not forget, Trainer had 2 early interceptions in this game. Man, to leave this first quarter with a tie, you got to be feeling pretty good. That's going to go through, and we got a tight game just like that. Wow. Caden Balkin from Byron Center, Michigan with the kick. And Hope, man, you could not have asked for a better way to respond. Let's get some context there again. First 3 drives, interception, interception. Both of those interceptions in extremely dangerous territory. Then a punt. The Hope College defense did a great job of forcing a turnover on downs on the first opportunity the Scots had. They also did a great job of forcing a punt on the last drive from the Scots. Hope gets the ball. They go 80 yards down the field, mainly through the run game with a couple impressive passing plays from Trainer and a tie game. If you're the Scots, you got to be feeling like, man, we could have more of a lead than we do right now. Now we'll see the kickoff for the Dutch. Caden Balkin here to take the kick. And to return is Zach Poff. Here is Poff. He's already broken some long ones this season. He's going to stay on his feet. Look at the shiftiness from Poff. He's going to cut out wide, and nobody's going to catch him. What a move from Zach Poff. He's going to run all the way to the end zone. Wow. And just when you were singing the praises of this Hope team, a breakdown on special teams, an amazing move from Zach Poff. Holy smokes, he took that thing about 90 yards to the house. And the Scots fan base is on their feet. Wow. You'll see the replay here, and look at Poff. He breaks the tackle, and look at the move out wide. And once he got there, he just relied on his speed. Oh, my goodness, and he was gone for the races. That is a touchdown for the Scots. Great work from our video crew there. Hernandez will take the extra point. That'll be in, and oh, my goodness, that's a quick blow for the Dutch after just changing the momentum. They will get the ball back to start the second quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, again, we invite you to turn
We're
your
gonna
attention to the midfield line.
Hope College is recognizing today Dr. Todd Harbour, class of 1978, former All-MIAA defensive back, for his service of 20 seasons to the Flying Dutchman and football team as team doctor. Dr. Harbour has also served as Alma College's football team doctor for 16 seasons before returning to Hope. Dr. Harbour retired as Hope's team doctor following the 2022 season, presenting Dr. Todd Harbour with a pair of commemorative wooden shoes as Hope College Athletic Director, Mr. Tim Schoonveld. Thank you, Dr. Harbour, for your exceptional care of Hope, Alma, and MIAA athletes.
We saw a special recognition there for Dr. Todd Harbour, 78 graduate. Dr. Harbour served as a team physician for the Flying Dutchman football program for 2 decades before he retired following the 2022 season. Got a special recognition there from Mr. Tim Schoonveld. Awesome to see. Thank you so much, Dr. Harbour, for all the work you did for the program. In addition to that, Dr. Harbour also actually served as Alma's team physician for 16 years, so great celebration which involves both of these programs. And of course, you know, we always got to shout out everybody who's involved with this athletic process, whether it's the physicians, the coaches, the players, the fans, the sports information directors, the video crew, everybody in between. It's really a team effort to get this across the line, and we're so glad that it all comes together and that you can be with us today. We're going to see the kickoff for the Scots after that electric kick, and we're going to get a squib here. That's a short kick, and interesting there from the Scots. That'll set up Hope with pretty good position on the 32-yard line. And man, it was 7-0 for the majority of that first quarter, and we saw a lot of dynamism in those last couple minutes with Hope finally rallying offensively to get a touchdown on a Zach Trainer-designed run play. And right after that, Hope's thinking, all right, we got it tied. We're feeling good. And then Zach Poff, you saw the replay earlier, 90-yard-ish kickoff return for a TD. But now Hope, in a sense, gets to ride the momentum of that last drive, get back on the field. Here's the ball on the 34-yard line. Lumen in motion as they H back. They're going to hand off to Smith, and Smith's going to break a tackle and cut forward for some yards. Look at him throw the shoulder there.
First down, run to the 45.
Excuse me, Elijah Smith with the strong run there. See the replay, and Smith broke a tackle, and he fighted forward for more yardage at the end of there. That'll set up a first down and 10. Trainer's got some pressure coming. He's going to roll out wide. Got to be safe with the ball here. He's going to sling it out to Lumen. And Lumen will get a minimal gain there. We're going to see a flag thrown around the offensive line, and when you see a flag run there, it is
Number 70, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
And that will be the first holding call against the Dutchman. That'll go against Dylan Clem, the senior, 6'3", 293, makes up this impressive
First and 20.
Hope College offensive line. This Hope offensive line comes in with so much experience. 4 seniors, a junior. They've been around. They've seen a lot of football in their day. Here's Trainer. Trainer's going to look to pass, and he's going to sling one. And it's caught, I believe, to Myers. Excuse me, that was Grant Holter. A nice find there, and that's a good play on your 1st and 20 to get some yardage back. That'll be a whole 13, which will present a 2nd and 7 situation.
2nd and 7.
Here's Trainer, 2nd and 7. This time they're going to hand it off to Smith, and Smith is going to be met at the line. The Scots defensive line there, quick to respond.
Swagger in the tackle.
Saw the likes of Blake Swigert there on the tackle. They'll set up a 3rd down situation for Hope. Of course, on that 1st down, they had a holding call, which set them back. Oh, man. Oh. We're going to set up the ball there again as we resume play here for a 3rd down. Thanks to the referee crew. All right, here's Trainer on the 3rd down and 5 situation, rolling out wide, pointing downfield. He's going to throw that one to the side, and oh, man. That's going to be incomplete. Terrell Harris looks to make an impressive sideline grab, but that one just a little bit out of reach. We'll see what Hope does here. Looks like they're going to bring out the punting unit. Not really in what we call no man's land, the somewhat subjective term that football people like to use here. But once you're around that 50-yard line, yeah, you're probably not going to go for it on 4th and 5. All right, we'll see the punting unit again for the Dutch. A nice boot. This one's going to be left around the goal line in a great special teams play. Are they going to get that right at the 1? They did. Holy smokes, what a punt for the Dutchmen. Take a bow, special teams unit. Now that is exciting play from the punter and the special teams crew. Wow, we'll see the replay here. Look at the crew getting the ball down there about the 1-yard line. Well, it was Jacob Hamilton there.
Ball's now placed at the 3.
Able to make the play on the ball.
So now Alma has to go with a 95-plus yard field.
Now they are not. Yes, they are going to. Excuse me. They are going to position the ball where it was first touched, not at the 1, as I mentioned before. That is incorrect. They're going to set the ball about the 3-yard line. That being said, it's still amazing defensive position for the Dutch. And this is not St. John. We're going to see more design running play for Davin Rife. Rife threw the earlier touchdown pass for the Scots. And they're going to bring St. John back in now. And, man, how about that? I mean, you bring Rife in, you get 8 yards. You get out of your 3-yard line. That's a great play for the Scots. Now we'll see St. John back, and he's going to hand the ball off. And Williams is going to run for that 1st down.
Yeah, that's a different Williams. That's Jordan Williams, not Eddie.
Jordan Williams.
And speaking of the mix of players we've got going here offensively for the Scots, that was the other Williams running back for Alma. Mr. Jordan Williams, the freshman. And they're going to give it back to Jordan. He's going to get a couple more yards. And just like that, Alma starting to burrow their way out of dangerous territory. Alma running with 3 receivers out wide. Got the H-back in the formation. Play action. And that pass is going to go sailing over the head of Brock Miller. And And that'll create a 3rd down and 5. Hope, of course, was able to stifle this offense earlier to create a punt on a 3rd down closer to middle of the field here. Ball around the 30. They're going to go with, oh my goodness, St. John breaks the tackle and he gets out of what seemed like several defenders. He's going to keep going for more yardage. He's not going to slide. He's going to keep running. And Carter St. John with a huge field flipping run there. It looked like Hope had an opportunity to bring him down at the line of scrimmage. They had a shot at him, and they're going to run up right to the line.
35.
And the guys with the chains got to run just to catch up. We're going to see a timeout here. Wow. An explosive run for St. John. He's put a couple rushes in the end zone this season. We see the replay here. He broke that tackle, and man, Hope with that opportunity to get him down around the line of scrimmage. And he keeps running. So your quarterback here says, I'm not going to slide. Let me get those extra 10 yards. Impressive play for the sophomore from Zionsville, Indiana. Bishop Chittard product. And what a quarterback he has been for the Scots team. Still early in his football career. That Zach Poff kickoff return will be listed as a 94-yarder. For those of you who watched the Alma game last week, you'll remember that Zach Poff also had one of those against Shrine. He had an 88-yard kickoff return in that game. Back-to-back games with 88+ yard kickoff returns. Man, that's proven your worth on special teams. Explosive player indeed. And back to explosive players. Here's Carter St. John in the Alma Scots offense. St. John, he's got some pressure on him. And Hope, oh, he's going to swerve away. Looking at his options still. And he's going to see if he can throw that ball away. Almost on his knees. Oh, my goodness. And finally be brought down for the sack. And several Hope players had an opportunity to bring St. John down. I thought he was going to try to throw that thing away. Decides not to throw it and create a potentially dangerous situation in the air, but he's going to take the sack.
And 17.
You saw the likes of Caleb Parlberg in there to force the sack for the Dutchman. That defensive line of Wyatt Tucker, Otis Ackerman, Caleb Parlberg, Connor Nuglitsky showing pressure, and they're going to hand it off to Williams. That's Eddie Williams that time, not Jordan, the sophomore. And that'll set up a 3rd and 17. And for Hope, you got to play it safe here. The ball around the 39-yard line outside of field goal range. It's obvious the Scots are an explosive offensive team. You want to play this smart, but you also want to be aware that depending on where this ball ends up, the Scots may go for it on 4th down. The bells are ringing at Rain Sue Smith. St. John with the play action. He's going to run out wide. He's going to run. Oh, man, and looking to the side, it's going to be an incompletion. And it'll set up 4th down. And what is likely a punting situation for the Scots, unless they want to give Josh Mendez a chance here. Very, very long field goal from this range. They are, as expected, going to punt the ball. Bryce Kempf is going to boot it. Foster's there. He's going to let it go, and that one just barely into the end zone. Almost a very fortunate bounce for the Scots. And that will be a touchback for Hope, who gets the ball back in what is still a one-possession game. And really, Hope's got to feel pretty good about the way they played today defensively. Only one touchdown on offense. Let's not forget that Alma had the ball in the red zone twice. They forced several punts now. And really that one punt return, the explosive return from Zach Poff, the differentiator here. Trainer with 3 receivers out wide. Trainer looking at his options. He's got Smith out there. He's looking for Smith. He's going to end up trying to run that one for little gain. In that first quarter, we didn't. What we saw of Zach Trainer, nothing to brag about, right? You got 1 of 5, 2 interceptions, 19 yards. Still, though, able to get a touchdown drive. That one completion proved to be very huge on a drive where Hope mainly ran the ball, but they were able to get into the end zone. So lots of game left for Trainer. Here's Trainer. Hands it off to Strickland. Strickland's going to break a tackle and break it out wide. The big man is going to go ahead and I think get a first down. Yep. The chain men are moving. Let's see the replay here. Strickland broke the tackle, went out wide, and as he does, gets a couple yards after contact. In that first quarter alone, Strickland had 34 yards. And his numbers continue to grow here. All right, here's Trainer. Lumen in motion. Trainer's going to throw it out to Harris. We're going to see our first of Terrell Harris and give Harris the ball because this is what he can do. Look at him run out wide. And that's why you got to get Terrell Harris the ball. So explosive and shifty. Love the play call there. And you saw nice blocking to set up the space for Terrell Harris. That'll get Hope past middle of the field. And for Trainer, a nice quick pass to get some momentum through the air here. Hope with 3 receivers out. They've also got Harris in the backfield. Now we're going to see Strickland run. Uh-oh, fumbled snap. Trainer's going to run out wide. He's got men. Uh-oh, that ball's going to go out of bounds. Had about 4 Scots on his trail after that fumbled snap. And that'll result in an incompletion. A bit of a messy play for the Dutch, to say the least. Trainer did do a good job on that play to not panic right after the play. Was able to feel the pressure enough just to get the ball out of there. And that's what you like to see. That's one of the best things I think I've seen personally from Zach Trainer this year, his ability to push back after turnovers. And Trainer is going to run for a positive gain. That he had the ball extended like he was going to hand it off. But, there wasn't really anyone there for the fake, but it ends up faking out the defense anyway. He'll take the yardage however you can get it. That's what Freddie Velasquez on our video crew calls great acting, which will result in about an 8-yard gain. And here's Trainer. They're going to give it to Strickland, and he's going to fight. It's going to be a close one here. The referees are going to come in to mark the spot. Looks like they're going to be just close. And I'll be shocked if Hope doesn't go for it here.
About a yard shy.
Looks like it's going to be about a full, under a full yard short, but about a 4th and 1 situation here. It's loud here at Ray and Sue Smith Stadium. Alma's going to call on a timeout. They must have seen something they didn't like with the matchup there against the Hope offense. So we saw a timeout earlier for Hope. We'll see a timeout here for Alma. We're in a quick cut to a commercial, and we will be back.
National champions for 2023
Back to action here at Ray and Sue Smith Stadium. 14-7 game in favor of the Scots. And everybody knew coming in, man, just a different aura about this game. These two teams that had an amazing battle last year are having an amazing battle this year. And now we've got a 4th and 1 situation for the Hope offense. They're going to hand it off, and Strickland's going to fight for the first down and a few more. Chance Strickland. If there's a man you want in those short yardage situations, I think his name starts with Chance and ends with Strickland. That's the first down on 4th for the Dutch. Nice blocking from the Hope College offense. We'll see Elijah Smith come in the game now. Myers, Holzer, and Harris out wide. Lumen still in at H-back. Peter Sturzma, as you can see, and crew. Pressure's coming. Trainer's going to throw it out to Lumen, and Lumen's going to get some big yards. And, oh, man, the Hope players on the bench love that. Seeing the H-back get out in the air for some positive yardage in the first down. See the replay here. Trainer did a great job with the pressure. Finds Lumen, who catches the ball, turns forward. And that time, not as effective for Hope. Smith with the ball, looking to get some positive yardage, but he's met quickly by Evan Eastman and crew for the Scots. Strickland's going to come in. And to come in with the H-back, Sean Foster. First we've seen of him offensively. Freshman from Grand Ledge. They're going to give it to Strickland, who's going to run forward for a brief gain. A short gain is probably the right way to say that. If any of my Hope English professors are watching this, I apologize. Foster's going to come out of the game, and they're going to bring in a receiver-heavy set here. Sky Vanderkuel into the game. 3rd and 9. Hope has done well in these 3rd and 4th situations as of late. Let's see what they got on 3rd and 9 in the red zone. Trainer, pressure coming off the side. Flag on the field. We'll see what that is. It's possible that's going to be a holding call on the offense. I got a feeling that this is not going to look good for the Dutch either way. I think it's going to be a holding call, but we will see.
Holding. Offense, number 76. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
Yep, and that's going to be a hold that will be declined. It's called on Jack Story. And there's 2 reasons you want to decline that if you're Alma. One is he'll take the loss, set up the 4th down. The second one is, do you really want to take away a sack from one of your big guys? Probably not. And I'll set up a field goal situation here for the Dutch to make this a 4-point game. Here's the boot, and it is good. 33 yards straight through the uprights. Caden Balkan, we've seen him kicking and punting today, and he gets Hope on the scoreboard, 14-10. You would have loved a touchdown there for the Dutch, but you'll take it, a 4-point game. It's been a battle, characterized by early turnovers on downs in the first couple minutes, and then more consistent, effective offensive play. For Hope, defense has been strong. For Alma, special teams has given them the edge. Prepare for the kickoff here. Balkan will take it as well. Under 4 minutes remaining in the second quarter in the first half here. Middle of October. The weather's a bit cold, a bit rainy. It's that time of the year when you get those gritty football games just like this one. Here is the kickoff at the overcast Ray Sue Smith Stadium. It's going to go through the end zone, and that will present a touchback for the Scots. And we will see Carter St. John and crew taking it again. For those of you who joined us later in the broadcast, earlier in this game I went over just how impressive Carter St. John's season has been. Coming into this game, Carter St. John has 19 touchdowns to 1 interception in the air. That doesn't even include the several rushing touchdowns he has. He's averaged 271 passing yards per game. He's also a viable runner, as you saw earlier. He was very dynamic. He's ran for 172. He's ran for 3. The sophomore from Zionsville. Exciting to watch, but the Hope defense has done a good job of calming their attack. Now they're going to hand it off to Williams.
Williams the ball carrier.
Hope D quick to meet Williams there.
Stefowski on the tackle. 2nd and 7.
Saw the likes of Carter Strong in there. And yeah, a little pitch play there. That'll get some good yardage for the Scots. Quick pitch play to Williams.
Palmer.
Met out wide by Luke Palmer. 3rd and 2 situation here. Not really in 4th down situations. This is a big 3rd and 2 for the defense. Looked like they faked the pitch again. And Carter's going to launch one to the side, and that is a great play from the sophomore QB. What composure. And that time, he hit Zach Poff, who we've, of course, mentioned earlier in this game. They're going to run quickly up. Play action. St. John's going to throw one deep, looking for his man. That one's going to flutter in the air, and oh, man, that's going to be a penalty. And you saw that when the contact happened. That's one of those pass interference calls where if you're the DB, you say, "Oh man, it's incidental," but that ball fluttered up in the air, and if it's advantageous for anything, the ball's in the air for that long, that often draws those DPI calls. But we'll see what the call is here. I mean, if it isn't DPI, we'll see what it is as the officials congregate. Of course, if this is a defensive pass interference, that'll set up Alma in amazing field position.
2 fouls played, 1 by each team. Pass interference, offense. Pass interference, defense. This penalty's offset. Replay first down.
Wow, that's a new one. That's a new one for the bingo card today. Pass interference on both teams, which is going to essentially create a do-over here. That's one way to look at the contact between the receiver and the defensive back. So we'll get the ball back to the Scots.
Pitch going left.
That'll be a positive gain for Williams. Jordan Williams. And man, I mean that is a hard one to call. But for Hope, they've got to be happy with the referees because Alma would have been in an amazing position there.
Williams again, the ball carrier.
But Alma's still in the attack. Jordan Williams with some positive yardage. They'll set up a 3rd and 1. And I imagine if Alma doesn't get a first down here, they're going for it on 4th. So we're either going to see 1 or 2 runs unless something goes horribly wrong here. Williams is going to fight forward, and it looks like he might be just short. Of course, the Hope stands think so. The referee's going to hold up the fist. That's going to be a close one. I think they're going to call him just short. That's real close, and man, and that is going to get the Hope stands. The Hope sideline both invigorated, as you can see from our video crew's work there. And as expected, we're going to see a 4th and short attempt for the Scots. Football, a game of inches, and we'll see who can win the line here. Now, oh, look at this. We're seeing Davin Reif back in the game, and he's going to throw it. And, wow. Well-designed play there for the Scots. Davin Reif comes in, and what you've seen of him earlier has been Wildcat-style quarterback run play. That time, quickly designed pass play out to Cole Thomas with another receiver almost acting as a pick for him. Creative way to get the first down there, and that'll work. And Davin Reif has showed his value as a backup quarterback, Wildcat quarterback for the Scots. Williams is going to get a nice burst there around the first down yard line.
Eddie Williams. The first down run of the Hope College 26.
First and 10. Carter St. John with some good coverage, and he's going to slide there wisely after a short gain. Coverage was good downfield. But once again, with those, I mean, Trainer can run too, right, with those mobile quarterbacks. We'll see another timeout for Alma. And we're going to quick run to a commercial. We'll be back shortly. Thanks again for being with us.
Yeah, my name is Travis Williams. I'm the CEO of the ODC Network. I graduated from Hope in 1998. I studied biology, and then I also played football. In order to be successful, people really need more than just the academic experience, but they need people to come alongside them and help them, coach them, mentor them. I find that Hope College has just been one of the best examples of being able to do that anywhere.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
Welcome back. But so intrigued by the action that I almost missed the time on the clock, guys. We got 18 seconds remaining in this first half. 2nd and 6 situation. And for the Hope defense, you're thinking, man, there's under 20 seconds left in the clock. I mean, you don't want to give up any big gains here. Alma just took the timeout. I believe they got one more, and they're going to do play action here. Here's St. John. St. John's going to eat up some clock and get hit. There's going to be a flag in the field. We'll see what that is, if that's a holding call.
Flag down in the field.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to go against the Scots, much to the liking of the Hope fans, but we'll see here.
Offense, number 77, 10-yard penalty, first down.
And not the first time I've mentioned him today. That sack will go for Caleb Parlberg, the sophomore, 6'1", 264. The big man brings him down. And just like that, 12 seconds remaining in this half. And Hope all of a sudden, man, you're thinking, oh, really? We're getting another timeout here for the Scots. All right, so that's going to be the last timeout here for the Scots. We'll stay here since we've got about 12 seconds left. And Hope in an interesting situation defensively here. I mean, ideally, you'd love to get to the half with just a 4-point deficit. At the very least, you don't want to give up a late touchdown here. So if I'm the Hope D, I'm thinking, man, if we got to give up something, we could give up a longer field goal. Nothing deep, nothing in the end zone. Let's play it safe. Might run some zone. If you let Carter St. John run, that's all right. You just got to bring him down. Keep in mind, Alma has no timeouts left. Of course, Hope did get the ball first in this first half. It doesn't feel like it, right? Because Alma started on offense quickly with those interceptions. But for Alma on their side, if they can get some points out of this, they get the ball right after this half. They can get consecutive drives with points without Hope even seeing it. Here is the 2nd and 16. Carter St. John's going to throw it deep. He's going to go for it, and it's going to be caught. Oh, and they're going to call it just wide. A dangerous, tumultuous few moments there for the Dutchman. That one was a close call. And that's what I was saying. If you're Hope, you can't let up the big play, and they got close there looking for Zach Pop, the speedster, out wide. That'll set up a 3rd and 16, 5 seconds left. So really, man, there's really only time for one more play. They're not going to go for the field goal here, so I think they're just going to take a shot at the end zone. It'd have to be a really quick pass, but I'm assuming this is a deep shot. That's what we're going to see. St. John's going to haul one deep into the end zone. Intercepted by the Hope College Dutch. There is a flag on the field. Let's confirm what that is. Let's confirm what that is first here. You'll see the replay here. Let's wait a second until we get the call on the flag here. Looks like it was Darian Nunley who had the interception, though, if it stands.
If it's against Hope, Alma will get another play.
If this is against Hope, that could set up Alma for a field goal opportunity.
Holding, defense, 10-yard penalty. It'll be an automatic first down. There will be one untimed down.
Yeah, that one stings for Hope, man. Instead of the interception, the defensive penalty, a defensive holding call. And, of course, that's going to provide another play. It looks like they're going to bring out the field goal unit. Just trying to see how long this field goal. This is going to be upwards of 40 yards on the field goal. So by no means an easy attempt for Hernandez. And that's going against the wind as well. Hope's going to take a timeout here, and we will stick here. Man, just to recap that first half, it's been exciting. Early turnovers in those first two drives. If you're a Hope fan, you might have been feeling a little bit worried about what was going to happen in this game. But at the same time, we've seen it before. Zach Traynor able to bounce back after those early mistakes, and he's done so today as well. Stats don't look phenomenal, right? But we've seen a touchdown drive. We've seen some big plays, some big third down conversions. It's a 4-point game. Just now we saw Alma going deep into the end zone. Looked like it was a Darian Nunley interception. Turns out there was defensive holding, which is going to give Alma one more play. Rather than throwing the ball or going for an attempt for a touchdown, they're going to bring out the kicking unit and attempt a 40-plus yard field goal against the wind. And it is a windy day here in Holland, Michigan. Josh Hernandez, the junior, number 23. Let's see what he's got. Hope after the timeout. Hernandez looking for the boot. The snap is good. Hernandez on the kick, and it has the distance. It hits the post. I spoke too soon. It looked like it had the distance, but I was wrong. There's another flag down, so hold everything. We might have another play. Who knows? How about an exciting end to the first half here?
Personal foul, roughing the kicker. Defense, number 10. One untimed down.
A roughing the kicker call, and I can't say I saw that on the field. We're going to see a replay here. Oh, and you see it just in the tail end of the play. Good capture from our video crew. And, oh, man, that's a real backbreaker for the Dutch. I mean, oof. And, wow, so we've got an interception. We've got a missed field goal. We've got another field goal opportunity. Penalties and the like, obviously so important in football in these moments. And here's Hernandez. And opportunity number 2 is not good. It was wide to the left and 3 out. Wow. Alma's not going to get any points, though, out of that. And the Scots fans a little bewildered right now with all those opportunities between that and the turnover on downs. Man, Alma's got to be feeling like they should have more points out of this first half. So we're going to go to halftime with a score of 14-10. How about an exciting first half here? Once again, homecoming weekend at Hope College. One big weekend. This is Hope College Athletics. Thank you for joining us. We will be back after the half.
Yeah, my name is Travis Williams. I'm the CEO of the ODC Network. I graduated from Hope in 1998. I studied biology, and then I also played football. In order to be successful, people really need more than just the academic experience, but they need people to come alongside them and help them, coach them, mentor them. I find that Hope College has just been one of the best examples of being able to do that anywhere.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
It's no secret. The best way to learn about Hope College is to spend time on our campus. The Hope admissions team invites you to a personalized visit experience you won't forget. Located in downtown Holland, Michigan, our historic campus is close to shopping and dining and just 10 minutes from Lake Michigan. We invite you to check out our campus tour options or sign up for an online tour with the Hope admissions office. There's never been a better time to see Hope College. Visit us at hope.edu/admissions.
Whether you're building your dream home, buying a fixer-upper, or downsizing, the process can feel overwhelming. Let the local team at Lighthouse Title help the closing process be one less worry. Just ask your real estate professional or lender to close at Lighthouse Title. To learn more about how we are involved in our 35 communities or to ask us any questions about the process, visit us online at lighthousetitle.net.
My name is Megan Bigelow, and during my time there, I was on the Hope women's soccer team. I decided to choose Hope because of the opportunity to be involved in multiple things. I didn't want to go somewhere where I was just a number in the field. I was able to double major, experience both a business academic load as well as economics. I loved the opportunity to really get to know my professors. Hope exceeded my expectations.
I'm Nate Bauman. As an invested community partner, we're proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
My name's Emma Duttmers, and I'm a communications major, and then I'm minoring in environmental studies. I play soccer. The first soccer game of my junior year, I tore my ACL. Our athletic trainer, Annie, was there for me right when it happened, and she was there for me literally every step of the way. That was definitely a huge growing opportunity for me, and it was really hard, but it really pushed me to be a leader with more of my voice because I couldn't lead by example on the field. It definitely made me take a step back and realize how much there's to be grateful for.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to share Hope stories of transformational impact.
I was made for this. Yeah, yeah. I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this. Yeah, yeah.
The River Place in downtown Holland redefines active senior living. A no-step floor plan is designed around your needs, so you can leave the worries of home ownership behind and enjoy a vibrant lifestyle right outside your door. Make the River Place your home. Visit resthaven.org/riverplace to reserve yours today.
There is a school whose namesake is not a founder, not a historical figure, not a state, city, or physical landmark. It is named after an ideal, a virtue, a way of life. Its name is hope.
The Custer Insurance Agency is a proud sponsor of Hope Athletics.
My name is Evan Thomas. I'm a rising senior at Hope College. I'm a biology major and a chemistry minor on the pre-med track, and I play basketball here. Hope's really defined my goals and defined the path I want to set for myself. Coach Mitchell has been a big catalyst in my growth here at Hope, as well as many professors, specifically my lab professor, Dr. Calvo. I hope to use what I've learned here at Hope to continue my research in medical school. Through medicine, I hope I can erase healthcare disparities.
I'm Ryan Vanderswart. As an invested community partner, LBZ is proud to help share Hope College's stories of transformational impact.
Can't none of y'all beat me. Boy, I'm so good, it feel like I'm cheating. Well of the storm, I feel like it's season. This type of drive could push Lamborghinis. So get yourself signed and have your own sneaker. I'm in the band, I'm pushing the meter. A legend like John for everyday people. I got the heart of a champion. I got the blood of a winner. I don't know how to be stagnant. I got way too much ambition. I keep on beating statistics. How would I be denied? My only option is winning. I'm crossing the finish line. Colossal, not minimum wage. Talk to the loss like I know the way. Stay on my job like who need a break? It wasn't possible, I heard them say, but I'm like MacGyver to all my mistakes. Running back home, now look at the bases. Been winning so long, I feel like a native. I got what you want, but you cannot take it. I do what you don't, cause I'm more creative. I put me on, no help for your favors. I'm breaking the mold to show you the flavors. I got control, you can't enable. I'm using my flaws to make me the greatest. I'm number one. I'm number one. I'm number one, yeah, I'm number one, 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 yeah, I'm number one, I'm number one. Once I
There are over 5,000 colleges and universities in the United States alone, and nearly every single one of them is named after a location or a historical figure. But along the shores of Lake Michigan, there is a school whose namesake is not a founder, not a historical figure, not a state, city, or physical landmark. It is named after an ideal, a virtue, a way of life. Its name is hope. It is so easy to get lost in what this world lacks, to become discouraged by its needs, gaps, and flaws. Can we see beyond the uncertainty and brokenness? At Hope College, we do. Not by ignoring the world as it is, but by learning and living with the belief that this is not the world as it should be, by driving to understand, to unlock clarity, to amplify truth, by leading with inspired compassion, by embodying a vision that illuminates greater opportunity for all, by serving with anchored conviction, using our collective gifts to offer this world what it needs most: hope. Not simply hope as a desire, but hope as a way of being. Because hope has changed the way we see the world, and hope drives us to change the way the world is. Because hope shapes our calling. Because hope inspires our dreams. Because hope empowers our talents. Because hope frees us to try. Because hope transforms what we believe, transforms how we act, transforms who we are. At Hope College, we know this life-altering grace is a gift we have all been given, and it is the greatest gift we can offer the world. Hope transforms.
Welcome to the 2023 Catalyst Summit.
This is Malcolm Gladwell. Thank you. And when I look at what is happening here at this school, in this community, it's actually far more of a revolution than you may give yourself credit for.
What's going to differentiate you in the fullness of time is the content of your character and the courage you have to bring to the situation.
The obstacle was getting people to believe that change was possible.
If one person invests time, energy, and resources in the trajectory of another person, change their life forever.
And in getting to know them individually and a group, they have brightened my heart and spirit as to the future of young people at Hope College.
It's like the biggest investment and trust a college can give to a student. And when a 17 or 18-year-old is invested by that much, I feel like it changes your daily life.
The work in this exhibit represents the lived experiences and future impact of 58 incredible people.
Very late night.
Yeah, very late.
Yeah,
Very late night at 7 o'clock.
Yes, that's right.
Something about being on the receiving end of being told you are worthy. This is a pure gratuity, and all we are asking is that you consider what it is to respond to this kind of grace later in life to future generations. And I was like, what this really is like it's immediately creating a multi-generational community.
college is priceless, but it's way too expensive. I think the crazy thing is that no one is really doing anything to really solve that puzzle.
It is one of those wonderful ideas that people are going to try and politicize it, but it's non-politicizable.
Why not 30 years from now, this is the norm?
Welcome back to Rain Sue-Smith Stadium as we prepare for the second half of action here between the Alma Scots and the Hope College Flying Dutchmen. Your score is 14-10 for the Alma Scots. We had a bizarre ending to that first half. Alma, with limited time left, took a shot to the end zone, which was intercepted and then called back for a holding call, presented a field goal opportunity. A long field goal opportunity into the wind for the Scots, which was no good. But on that play, Hope roughed the kicker. And then after that, it set up the Scots for a third attempt, a shorter field goal, which went wide to the side. That is why the score is still 14-10. My name is Matt Roblin. I am here calling this game solo with our video services crew. Looking at that first half, Hope gets away with a couple turnovers early in the game and remains still in it. Chance Strickland ran for 57 yards. Elijah Smith ran for 22. Trainer was 16 in that first half. Trainer had 2 interceptions. Was able to get some momentum towards the end of that first half, 76 yards. 1 catch each for Terrell Harris, Seth Lumen, Travis Myers, and Grant Holzer. Looking at the Scots and their stats for the first half, Carter St. John has been the main force. Of course, through the passing game, but also through the running game, with 57 yards, including a long of 45 on a play when he was almost brought down at the line of scrimmage, but broke a tackle and went out for much, much more. We've seen Eddie and Jordan Williams in the game. Eddie with 38 yards. Zach Poff leads the team with receiving yards. More importantly, Zach Poff's 94-yard kick return for a touchdown really was the highlight of that first half. He broke a tackle, he cut out wide, and he just ran down that sideline for the score that leaves Alma still winning in this game. Early in the game, we saw Davin Rife, backup / Wildcat quarterback for the Scots, throw a touchdown to Webb. That was a 2-yarder. We also saw Zach Trainer run with it himself. For Hope, they had a Valken 32-yard field goal to get them to 10 points, and that's been the scoring summary really for that first half. Looking at other games in the MIAA, Adrian is playing at Kalamazoo. Adrian is losing that game 16-31. Olivet is playing at Trine. Trine is winning that game 28-14. Of course, this Alma team beat Trine last week 70-30. And this Hope team beat Albion last week 14-6. As we ramp up the MIAA action now here, getting heavily into the mid-October, late October mix of things. Alma listed as the #1 team in the preseason poll for the MIAA football calendar. Hope listed at #2. And how exciting has it been to see these 2 heavyweights, potentially the best 2 teams in all of the MIAA, going at it today. Both teams come in with 5 straight wins. Alma won the game last year by a score of 2. Hope with a chance to avenge themselves here. And on top of all of that, it is one big weekend, homecoming weekend. Thank you for joining us. Here is the kickoff to get us started for the second half. And it is being returned by the Scots. They're going to run into themselves there, and a little bit of feistiness to start off the second half here. But they'll end up with good field position on the shortish kick. And we will see Carter St. John and crew take the field again. Through the air, Carter St. John was 6 of 12 for 65 yards in that first half. Of course, the passing touchdown went to Davin Rife. Worth noting, last week, Carter St. John had virtually everything he wanted through the air, 12 of 13, about 400 yards, 6 total touchdowns. this week. The Hope defense has really done a good job of holding him. And speaking of the Hope defense, they make a nice play on the line to bring down Williams. And you can see the excitement there from Tyler Stazowski and crew. The safety, the junior, getting in there for action, as well as the defensive line. That's going to be a 2-yard loss. Quick pitch play, we've seen that a few times already for the Scots, and this one's going to break out wide for yardage. Williams breaks the tackle, and he's going to be brought down around the 50. And we've seen that pitch play a few times. That time, Eddie Williams cuts through a wide open hole. And a 2nd and 12 turns into a huge gain. Alma is going to roll with trips out wide. They're going to pitch it again to Williams. Williams with another wonderful hole out wide. And he's going to run just about to the 1st-yard line there.
Ball to 41.
Zach Poff, you saw him return it earlier. That time had a really nice block out wide. He switches to the other side. Williams still in the backfield. This time play action. Here's Carter St. John. St. John's going to take one deep. Flegler's there. Deflects it. And that will be no good. A dangerous pass there. Flegler, turn around there. Might even have a chance to make a play on the ball. Great work from Nick Flegler. He has several interceptions this year. He's been a great player for this Hope defense. Does a good job also not to incur a DPI call. And the bell is ringing. You know what that means. 3rd down. 3rd down and 2. Expect Alma to go for it on 4th if they don't get it here. They're going to hand it out to Williams. Williams is going to get it and more. Pushes past the 35, close to the 30-yard line. And on this drive, I think we've seen some of the best running from Eddie Williams we've seen all day. Nice design run plays, whether pitches or up the middle. Offensive line for the Scots starting off strong. And Williams is going to keep the momentum going. He lowers his shoulder after breaking a tackle, and he fights towards another 1st down. That first line for the Scots, of course, Reese Townsend, Maddox Mazzal, J.B. Couch, Lance Rademacher, Owen Dink. The strong performance on this drive. This time they're going to hand it off to the other Williams, who's going to break a tackle, runs through a hole there, and this has been a hard running drive for the Scots.
Jordan Williams.
Man, less of the tricky business from the Scots to start off the 2nd half. They're going straight at it with some cutthroat running plays. And one thing that Hope would love to do, right, and they've done it decently in this game, is when they can control that line of scrimmage, get the running game engaged, they can wear down teams. Alma doing their best version of that currently. Here's St. John with Williams in the backfield. 4 receivers. He's going to do a quick screen. He's got a block. A short game there. This is going to be Gage Kruger. Cole Thomas was out there, the tight end. Blocking on the screen. That is going to result, I believe, in it's actually going to be no gain. No yardage gained on that play. Excuse me, that was very incorrect. It's 2nd and 4. I was looking at the wrong number there. We're going to see the run here to Williams, and Williams going to break through for a touchdown. And how about that opening drive for the Scots? Man, the running game looking impressive for Alma to start off the 2nd half. Eddie Williams started off the drive with runs and runs and runs for positive yardage. You see the replay here. This time it's Jordan Williams, the freshman, who barrels into the end zone. Much to the delight of the offensive staff for the Scots. A perfectly conceptualized opening to the 2nd half action. And this Alma team obviously known for how dangerous they can be through the air, but the linemen that possession able to create amazing space. And now Hope will have to respond. Of course, Alma had the ball to end that 1st half. Ended up getting no points. To get the touchdown there, I think a very necessary moment to recapture the momentum they had earlier in this game, get the lead up to 11, make it a 2-score game. We'll see Hernandez kick it off here with Nick Nemechek deep to return. Nemechek had 2 returns in that first half for a total of 41 yards, averaging about 20.5 yards per return. And there goes the ball moving around again. It's a little windy out here in Holland. So to recap, 21 points for the Scots, 3 touchdowns. Davin Rife to Webb, touchdown pass. Zach Poff, 94-yard kickoff return. And Williams touchdown run. That's where they got their points from today if you're just joining us for the second half. The ball's down there again, and we'll get that set up 3rd time's the charm. For Hope, if you're just joining us, Zach Trainer dove in the end zone for a 2-yard rush earlier in the game. Hope also added a field goal to get to 10 points. Now we're going to get the ball holded here due to the wind. Hernandez is going to boot it, and Nemechek is going to let it go. Wisely so. We'll set up Hope with their first offensive drive of the second half. And we're going to hope that for Hope they can start off the second half better than they did the first offensively. I think some of the highlights we saw from Hope late in that second half on the offensive side is when they got the running game involved, right? They had Smith running, they had Strickland running, they had Trainer not running a lot, but posing as a viable threat in the run game, which opened up a few passing plays. Expect to see more of that. I'd like to see Terrell Harris get a little bit more involved in the second half. And speaking of which, here is Terrell Harris on the quick pass, and he's going to get positive yardage. I love that. First down for the Flying Dutchman. And you could see a couple of Hope guys over there getting up after the play, including Luke Marsh, Cole Lumen. Luke Marsh, 6'5", 305 pounds. One of those guys that it's number 73, hard to miss. And this time, looking for Foster there, and he finds him. That's going to end up losing yards. Felt like in between a play-action play and an option, that one's not going to end up garnering positive yardage. We'll see Chance Strickland back in the game. And Hope, love to get some positive yards here. Don't want to stall out after that nice Terrell Harris play to open up the drive. Lumen at H-back. Strickland in the backfield. You're going to play action to Strickland, and Trainer is going to throw to Harrison just behind him. And he was in traffic there. And yeah, I mean, in between a couple players there, Harris did have room. That ball's not going to hit him exactly where it needs to be. That's a hard catch to make. You can see Harris motioning there. Looking for the ball to hit the hands. Let's note that it is windy out today. The elements have played a factor, as you've seen, with kickoffs and other elements. Here's Trainer. Play action. And Trainer's going to have to absorb the sack from the Scots, who bring him down.
Loss on the play. Back to the 34.
And that quick sack will set up a 4th down punting situation. You saw Carson Gray with the excited reaction after that. The Scots faithful showed up today, and they love that sack. And that's big for the Scots defense. Hope had some positive drives here. This is going to be a short kick. It doesn't really get much in the air, and Hope's going to let it roll as much as it can. It's going to be around the 38, 39-yard line. So the ball will go over to Alma once again after that dominating drive they just displayed. Just over 10 minutes in this third quarter remaining. And for the Hope defense, they've had, especially in that first half, right? I've said it several times, they had some very impressive moments. First drive, interception, dangerous territory, forces a turnover on downs. A couple other situations, Alma was driving, able to force a punt. Here, down by 11. We'll see a flag on the play. We'll see what that is. Might have been a mistake offensively for the Scots. And wait for the referee here.
Legal substitution.
Yeah, that's going to be an illegal substitution, so can't do that. Too many people on the field there. Look at that nicely designed play action. So Cole Thomas, and you saw Carter St. John with that quick play action, and he lobbed that up. Almost looked like an alley-oop to Cole Thomas, the big tight end there, and that's positive yardage for the Scots. They're going to move quickly as we've seen all game. Here's St. John. St. John's going to try and throw a laser deep, and he's looking for a flag. He's going to get one. Oh, man. And that's going to be a defensive pass interference. I don't think we get one on the offense and the defense that time. Looks like it's going to go on Nunley.
Number 3, 15-yard penalty. First down.
Yep, you saw there. Carter St. John looking for Devin Frenchco. Running deep, and that time Darian Nunley. Too much contact. That's going to result in a DPI call. Which will result in a first down. And for this Hope defense, you don't want to let up another touchdown here. At the very worst, you want to bend, not break, and let up a field goal and let this stay as a 14.2 touchdown game. For the Scots, you would love to put back another touchdown after that last impressive drive. They're going to throw a quick screen here, block out wide, and that's going to be about 4 or 5 yards. And looking for Zach Poff out there. It looks like the ball came out at the very end. What's going on? We're going to get a flag there. Uh-oh. You can see by the reactions on your screen, looks like some extracurriculars went down, and that might be an unsportsmanlike call. Not entirely sure yet as the refs congregate. We'll see what the call is on the field. The Alma team, the Alma crew definitely thinks that the call is on the Dutchman.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary rough.
Yep.
Goal, first down.
As assumed, that will be an unnecessary roughness call against the Hope defense with those extracurriculars after the play, fighting for the ball. And, man, I mean, you love it when your team's scrappy, but you can't do that. That one's going to hurt the Dutchman. That'll set up Alma with the ball around the 15. Football, of course, a game of inches, and those penalties do add up. Hope has stopped the Scots in the red zone before, but first and 10 at the 15. This is a large challenge. They're going to fake the pitch. St. John's looking around. He's going to run with it. He's got room, and St. John's going to take it out wide. He's going to go in for an end zone. He walks in untouched with the block out wide. He's going to go ahead and dab up some of the fans there. That's a touchdown for Carter St. John, who's ecstatic. Finally gets in the end zone today through the run. And just like that, we've got a 17-point game. Look at the replay there. You saw the block given out wide, and Carter St. Joseph, 5'9", about 180, cuts it out, runs, and that's a dangerous quarterback right there. Of course, the block there given by Ryan McNiff, huge on that run. And just like that, 18-point game, worst case scenario for the Dutchman right there. Give up touchdowns on the first 2 drives, punted offensively, and all of a sudden a 3-score game after it was just a 4-point differential at halftime. So for this Hope team, we've seen them with their fair share of comebacks over the years in the Sturzma era. So nobody's counting them out of this game, obviously. There's still a lot to go. But offensively, we'll need to bounce back quickly and curb some of this momentum. As you can see, man, the Alma guys are having a good time right now. That was a quick electric drive, fueled by Hope College penalties. And just the overall dynamism of Carter St. John, who's on his way to, man, statistically, just an absolutely incredible season. This Scots team yet to lose this year. And Alma looking to assert their dominance as really the best team in the MIAA here against this Hope squad. There's a lot of football left. Here's Hernandez with the boot. Nemechek is going to boot. He's going to go ahead and take it. And we're see if he can get past the 20. He will. Oh, man. And look at some extracurriculars on the field there again. Hard-fought battle between these two teams. And, man, you can just smell the rivalry just intensifying right now between Alma and Hope. I mean, I think it's worth mentioning, right? So Alma beats Hope last year by 2. But before that game, Alma hadn't beat Hope since 2015. It had been a long time coming for this Alma program to get it ahead of the Dutchmen last year. I mean, if you look at the historical matchup, Hope has dominated throughout the 90-plus year history, right? We're going to see the play action there. Trainer's going to throw out to Lumen, and Lumen's going to get another catch. We saw him with a big one in the first half. Nice work on the play action. Here's 2nd and 4. For Hope, you cannot let Alma back out here quickly. Cannot do that to the defense here. We're going to see the run from Smith. Smith takes a hard hit. Close to the head there. And you can see the sideline for Hope looking for a flag. I don't think we're going to see one. We're going to get a first down, though. That is for sure. Elijah Smith, hard-fought run. First down and 10, ball at the 36. Now Strickland in the backfield. We've got Holzer out wide. Terrell Harris, Travis Myers. They're going to go to Strickland, and Strickland's going to barrel forward for yardage.
James Strickland.
This is what you like to see from Hope. Play at your pace. There's still a lot of time left. You don't have to force anything yet. Play your game. Mix the run and pass. Make it easy for Zach Trainer. Strickland's still in there with Lumen at H-back. We've seen a lot of Lumen today. Harris in motion. Play action. And Trainer's going to go ahead and take it. He's going to run out of bounds there for the first down. Wisely gets out before contact. And nicely done there. He had Myers and Harris on the side. Both ran medium routes, and coverage allowed for Trainer to use his legs. Here's the Dutch, ball at the 46-yard line, 1st and 10. Now, Trainer's going to keep it himself, and he's going to fight for about 5 yards. Good read option.
2nd and 6.
This Hope offensive line led by Luke Marsh, Alex Weber, Dylan Clem, Connor Bovia, Cole Harger. This team, this offensive line, as we see Trainer's going to be brought down. Lost his footing there. And that's a big sack for the Scots. Jalen Dunwoody gets in there, and Trainer, I mean, you saw the pressure coming and tries to step up, get around, but not able to get away from pressure that time. That is going to set up a 3rd and 16. And you could see looking at Zach Trainer, he's grimacing there a little bit. Now the Scots with all the momentum. Terrell Harris in motion. Let's see what the Dutchmen have lined up for this 3rd and 16. Pressure coming. The house is here. Trainer's got to be smart. He's going to throw it out. Holster's going to get it. Oh, man, that's an intense collision at the end of the play. He's going to round middle of the field. That's going to be about the 50. It's going to set up a 4th down. And, oh, man, and Zach Trainer's looking banged up. And, man, yeah, and we're going to see, I mean, players on both sides looking a little banged up there. Trainer's limping off the field a little awkwardly right now. Not a good sign for the Dutch. And that was a promising drive, but that is going to result in a punt. That ball's booted. That's a good bounce, and the Dutch are going to go let that roll, and they're going to get around the 6-yard line. Not the first time we've seen a great punt from this Hope team, and at the very least, able to flip field position on that drive. And on a punt like that, I mean, that's not the traditional coffin corner you might see in the NFL, right? Not a boot that goes high up in the air and cascades out of bounds at the 3-yard line. It's a low kick that takes a nice bounce, but you'll take it for the Dutchman. So the ball now on the 7-yard line. And for the Hope defense, they're being called on here to stop Alma. I mean, just to put it as simply as possible. Force a punt. Do not let more points here. This game in danger of getting into. St. John's going to throw in deep. Nobody there. This game in danger of getting close to out of reach if Alma's able to put more points up as we get later into this second half. Hope, of course, has not been characterized today by long, dynamic offensive plays. They haven't broken much in that regard. It's been a lot more of the slow-churning, running-led offense we've seen from the Dutchman. Here's St. John. St. John is going to hand it off to Williams, and Williams is going to fight forward a couple yards. That'll set up a 3rd down situation, and after that, a 1st down incompletion. We've got a big 3rd down for the Dutch, and man, you got to keep an eye out on Carter St. John. His mobility has really hurt Hope on several occasions. You might need to keep a spy on him or something, but also, man, so many offensive weapons. Don't forget the likes of Zach Poff. Got some speeders. You never know when they're going to run a screen. St. John with a quick pass out wide and a well-designed play. That's going to result in the 1st down for the Scots. Quick little out there. Set up nicely for Gage Kruger. And once again, Carter St. John and the offense just so composed on these 3rd downs, and I've really been impressed with the offensive play calling. Jason Couch and crew putting together a really well-called game at this point. Here's St. John. He's going to turn around. He's looking at his options. He's got defenders all over him, and he's going to find a man wide open. We are going to see potentially some dirty laundry on the – might be a flag on the play. Let's hold for a second while we figure out what the call is. In terms of the ball moving, that's a very impressive gain once again.
The passer, defense, number 50. 15 yards added to the end of the run. 1st down.
And that one's going to hurt the Dutch. It's going to be added to the play. Cole Lumen called there for a roughing call. And that time Jordan Williams breaks free. 4 positive yardage for the Scots. Another big chunk gain. As I said at the beginning of the drive, imperative for Hope to not let up. At least you can't let up a touchdown on this drive. They're going to move up the ball here. Not the first time we've seen this. Hope with the punt that leaves the Scots deep in their own territory, but they're able to crawl their way out of it to flip field position once again. And here's a pitch out there. Williams is going to run out and get about 4 yards. Connor Nugliski coming into the game for the Dutch for the 2nd and 7 situation. They're going to hand it off for a first down there. Another nice run for this Alma Scots running game, which has really picked it up here. That's Khalil Brown, freshman from Birch Run, Michigan, number 25. And we're going to see a timeout for Hope here. We're going to cut to a quick commercial. We will be back shortly.
Yeah, my name is Travis Williams. I'm the CEO of the ODC Network.
Welcome back to Reigns Smith Stadium. 3.5 minutes approximately remaining in this third quarter. This third quarter has been all Alma Scots. If you're just joining us, this has been a back and forth game. Hope able to keep it really close in that first half, even though it felt like Alma had the momentum really for the majority of it. However, Alma has taken full control in this third quarter with 3 consecutive dominating offensive drives. This third drive in particular have a chance for more points. Already an 18-point game. And this time it's Eddie Williams, and Eddie Williams is going to cut out and try to stiff-arm Flegler. Flegler able to bring him down with another 10-plus yard gain for Williams. The running game for Scots has really picked up here. Without that Flegler tackle, that was probably 6 more. We're going to see a flag right off the gun here.
Start. Offense, number 81. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's going to be a false start call on Nate Webb, who caught a touchdown earlier in the game. That'll set back the Scots to a 1st and 15. And now we look at Hope, right? So you let up a field goal here, you're down 21. That's 3 touchdowns. You let up a touchdown, you're down potentially by 25, which would be a 4-possession game. St. John is going to try and fling one over to Eddie Williams. Not going to be complete there. And that'll set up 2nd and 15. Wow. 3 minutes remaining here. Hand off to Williams again, and Williams is going to fight for more yardage, but he's brought down for only a short gain that time. Nugliski and crew. 3rd and 11, and for the Hope College defense, this is a play you have to capitalize on defensively. 3rd and long situation, cannot let up a first down here. 3 receivers out wide. Cole Thomas tight end in motion. St. Thomas looks. We're going to see a flag, so hold everything. But Williams is going to get room. And if the flag is not on the offense, Williams will be right by the end zone. We do have a Hope player injured in the backfield.
Holding. Offense. Number 69. 10-yard penalty for the previous time.
And that is a huge break for the Dutch, and that'll stop everything you saw on the replay there. Williams did get right by the end zone, almost brought it in, but it's all going to be brought back due to that holding call on the Scots. And we haven't talked about the weather in a while, have we? It's starting to rain again here. It's been a rainy weekend in West Michigan, and The wind and the rain starting to pick up a little bit. For the Dutch, Luke Palmer walking off injured, and that's a loss for this defense to see Palmer out. Hopefully he will be doing all right. That'll set up a 3rd and 21 situation. Ball on the 27 with the rain and the wind. We've seen a couple missed field goals already. For Hope, the ideal situation is to end this drive without them having no points. Here's Carter St. John. St. John's going to go with a designed run, and he's actually going to pick up a considerable amount of yardage here. Oh, man, and we got flags on the field. And I think that's going to be a late hit call on the Dutchman. Let's wait for the referees to call it to confirm it. But based on the reaction we saw there, I think this might be a late hit call. Let's watch it, and oh, man. If that is the call, that cannot have happened at a worse time for the Dutchman on a 3rd and 21 play. Oh, man, what a huge call in this 3rd quarter. If this ends up staying a call on the Dutchman.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 14. First down.
They're gonna call that unnecessary roughness on Tyler Stazowski, and if Alma scores a touchdown here and Hope's not able to fight back, that could be unfortunately one of the defining plays of the game. On a 3rd and 21 situation, that's a dagger to the heart of the Dutch. Here's the run for Williams. Williams is going to take it. And, man, the pile pushes Williams forward closer to the end zone. About 3 yards to go, goal situation. Minute and a half remaining in the 3rd quarter. Eddie Williams still in the backfield. He's had a successful drive. They're going to give it back to Eddie, and Eddie's going to push forward. And I think he's going to be just close. Looks like we might have a fumble on the play.
Oh, they're going to rule him down.
And the Dutchmen are saying we got the ball, but it looks like he's currently ruled down. Let's see the replay here. It's hard to see. It's hard to see in the middle of that pile.
The ball was ruled down by contact.
Ball was ruled down by contact. And Hope not catching any breaks in this second half. That is for sure. 3rd and 2nd. 3rd and goal situation. And look at this. We're going to see 4 out wide. Interesting short yardage call. We might get in a formation, illegal formation call here. I think they're going to bring back the Scots.
Alma.
Oh, and they called a timeout before the play was called. And the coaching staff for the Dutchmen is on the field irate. They're saying they didn't get that in time. So a bizarre moment there from the Scots, and looks like they're going to get out of this with a timeout.
28, Olivet 14.
Wow, it was a crazy couple minutes. We've seen a lot of interesting things in this game. Penalties you don't normally see in called. Turnovers, the mix. I mean, it feels like middle of October MIAA conference football. When every inch matters, every penalty matters. When you have 2 great teams playing, and the score right now, 28-10. Right, Alma's up 18. But this game really has been fought hard from both teams. Just this 3rd quarter, the second half has not been good to the Dutchmen.
Play resumes after the Alma timeout. 3rd and goal.
30 seconds remaining in this 3rd quarter. And you can see Sturzman's face. He's still upset about that. And the way this 3rd quarter is win, it's hard to blame that reaction from Coach Sturzma. And we're going to see right back in. It's going to be a designed run play. He's going to dive into the end zone. And he's going to be just short. That'll set up a 4th down situation. And once again, they give it to Reif. for a Wildcat play, he's going to take the direct snap and run it in. But he's going to be just short. Oh, man, and that is close. And you can see the ball on the field is just about as close as the end zone is as it can be. That is going to end our third quarter. More excitement to come. We're going to cut to a commercial. We will be back for fourth quarter action.
My name is Travis Williams. I'm the CEO of the ODC Network. I graduated from Hope in 1998. I studied biology, and then I also played football. In order to be successful, people really need more than just the academic. My name is Travis Williams. I'm the CEO of the ODC Network. I graduated from Hope in 1998. I studied biology, and then I also played football. In order to be successful, people really need more than just the academic experience, but they need people to come alongside them and help them, coach them, mentor them. I find that Hope College has just been one of the best examples of being able to do that anywhere.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
Welcome to fourth quarter action, and we're going to start with a lot of excitement on a 4th and 1 here. Alma got about as close as you can get to the end zone. You see the ball just barely away from the blue and orange end zone of the Hope College Dutch. We're going to see Davin Reif is still out there. He's going to do another designed run play, and he has a second effort. It's going to go, I think it's going to be short. They're going to call him short. 2 straight design run plays, and the Dutch finally get something to go their way here. Wow, that was a close one. It looked like with the second effort, he might have got over the pylon, but his knee must have been down beforehand. That being said, for Hope College, going to start from their 1-yard line, about practically as close to your own end zone as possible, but just an 18-point game instead of a 21 or a 24-point game. They're still in it. There's still chance for this Hope College team. The challenge that awaits is monumentous, but for the Dutchmen, that stop there from their defensive unit, a valiant effort, provides this team with at least an opportunity to fight their way back in here. Now Zach Traynor is out of the game. We noticed that he limped off earlier. Ben Wellman in the game. We've seen a bit of him this season. Oh man, and positive yardage from Smith. A couple scary moments running his own end zone, but he's going to get forward for a few. And that'll provide a little bit more space for this Dutch offense. So for Ben Wellman, an opportunity against Alma to get some primetime action. The junior from Bloomington, Illinois, who fought for that starting spot in preseason. He's going to hand it off to Smith, and Smith is going to rumble for some yardage. And important to note as we get into this quarter, right? So Hope is down 18. We've seen them run the ball a lot today. Alma in that third quarter looked especially dominating on the run game as well. You don't want to give Alma too much time to churn up the clock, so Hope has to be cognizant that they don't take too much time on offense. First and 10 after that first down play. They're going to give it. Oh, man, I think we have a fumble on the play. The lack of reaction, I think, is going to signal that Hope fell on it. Looks like there was a mistake there in the handoff process. That's going to essentially nix that down. We'll see what Ben Wellman and crew have for us here. 13:20 remaining. Wellman with play action. He's going to go and he's going to hit Myers. A Ball positioned nicely there in between a couple defenders. And now we're going to see Hope move with just a little bit more momentum. A little bit more pace to their attack here. In comes Chance Strickland. We're going to see some substitutions here. You see Coach Sturzman and crew, they've got one to dig themselves out of here. Here's Wellman. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to slide forward for a few yards. We'll see where they bring him down, where they say that he was down on that play. Now we'll just go to for 2 yards. Ben Wellman is 4 of 8 on his 8 attempts this season, including 1 touchdown. He's going to throw it to Strickland. Strickland's going to fight for some yards. That'll set up a 3rd and short situation.
Third and 2 for 33.
And they're going to give just... yeah, it's going to be a short play there. Strickland not going to get enough yards for a first down. Man, and the Scots defense ready for that there. Hope has really gravitates to those short yardage run plays, and they were ready for them that time. So now we're going to get you got to go for it here. They're on their own 34. This is a must-have play for the Dutch. 4th and 1. The bells are ringing at Ray and Sue Smith Stadium. Can hand it off to Strickland, and Strickland's going to be short. He didn't get it, and that's going to result in a turnover on downs. Well, wait a second to make sure. Sturzman was telling his guys, hey, let's get this figured out before we run on the field. It's going to be short. They're going to give it to the Scots, and you can see the sideline, the fans, they are ecstatic. Their Scots stop the backup, Ben Wellman and crew, from advancing past their own 35-yard line. They're going to get the ball back. And if Alma can put some points on the scoreboard here, that might just signal the end of the game here. That being said, crazier things have happened, so you'll have to stick with us for the remainder of this game. Here's Carter St. John. Another pitch. Oh, and we're going to get the running back pass, and it's going to be caught, and we're going to see a touchdown. And the offensive coordinators are absolutely ecstatic with that play call, and that one is stinging this Hope College defense. Oh, man. The trickery is out here, and that's the sort of play the Scots make to say, hey, we might be the best team in the MIAA. Wow. Nate Webb with his 2nd touchdown of the day, and I believe that was Eddie Williams who threw it. And that is an absolute deflating moment for the fans of the orange and blue. Wow, 35-10, 25-point margin that Hope now faces. 11 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. And that one-play drive for the Scots. So much for playing it nice and simple. They went aggressive there, and Hope was just not prepared for the halfback pass. Might not have been as cool as the Lions' recent play where they did a receiver pitch, which ended up back to Jared Goff, thrown into the touchdown for Sam Laporta, but the halfback pass will still result in a touchdown for the Scots. That's a reference for all you Detroit football fans out there. So how about the Alma Scots? Let's remind ourselves, how much points did they put up on Trine? 70. How much are they putting up on Hope? 35. This team is something to be feared in the MIAA. The squib kick is there. It's going to be brought down. around the 35-yard line. And for Hope, I mean, this is a tough situation to be in, to say the least. Down 25, 11 minutes remaining. We'll do our quick math here, right? That's 4 possessions. So you'll need to have at least, at the very minimum, 3 touchdowns and a field goal. Which would include a 2-point conversion. So a lot of things have to go Hope's way in order for them to get back into this game. Ben Wellman still in the game. Zach Trainer left earlier with an injury. Chance Strickland out there. Wellman tries to laser one in there. It's going to be incomplete. And at halftime, let's remember, it was 14-10. Alma was up just 4. It's been 21 unanswered points for the Scots. Hope not able to put anything into that column the second half. Thank you to the around 1,000 of you that have been watching us this game and spending your afternoon with us here. Here's Wellman. Wellman's going to find Harris. And Harris with a shifty move that's even going to bring himself down. That's going to be a first down. A nice pass there from Wellman. Here's Wellman. Wellman's going to fire another one. He's going to hit his tight end there for the first down. It's Jack Goldie, sophomore, 6'3", 230. And Wellman is going to fling this one out wide, and that's a tough-looking opportunity. Looking for Grant Holter, which will be incomplete. Well defended by senior Chandler Holloway. That's number 21 for the Scots. Here's Wellman and crew. Harris is motion. He's going to go out wide, and Wellman's going to step up over the pocket. He's going to throw a dart. Oh, man, that was a hard hit at the end of the play there. But a fantastic grab on the play. Johnny Rowan Blanton got absolutely clocked there, as you see on the replay, but a great catch on a laser thrown from Ben Wellman. And Hope with a little bit of momentum here. They're going to go back. And it's going to set up a second play. So after 2 to Rowan Blanton, now we're going to get Wellman with a designed quarterback run, and he's going to get into the end zone. And just like that, a little bit of life for the Hope College Flying Dutchman. Ben Wellman finds his way in the end zone, blocked well from the Hope College crew. And they needed that. You see the replay here. Elijah Smith throws the block there from the running back position. Wellman runs into the end zone. You also saw Cole Harger with the block there as well. And with the extra point here, and bring us back to an 18-point game if they're able to get it. So good drive there from the Dutch, and Ben Wellman able to spark some life back into this offense. Still an uphill battle. Alma has really had their way with their running game. Coming into the second half, Eddie Williams had just 38 yards. In that third quarter alone, he had 62. So for Hope, I mean, we'll see. The expectation is that the Scots will run the ball. We did see trickery and aggression already on that last drive with the halfback pass for the touchdown. If you're the Dutch, though, you have to play the run in these situations. Got to try to get the ball back, can't let the Scots run down the whole clock. It is still a 3-possession game at the very least. They would need 2 touchdowns and a field goal, and that includes 2-point conversions on those touchdowns. 9.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Once again, my name is Matt Roble, thank you for tuning in today. Take this moment to shout out the video crew here, Phil Blau, Steve Secor, Freddie Velasquez, and the rest of our crew for bringing you the broadcast today. Here's the kickoff for the Dutchman. And this kick, oh, look at this, and it's going to be returned. Interesting situation. This is going to work out amazing for the Hope College Dutchmen. They're going to throw him out of bounds around the 2-3 yard line. So much for the coffin corner punt. That was like a coffin corner kickoff. Wow, and interesting there. I mean, when you see the replay there, that's kind of a bit of a strange situation, right? So Devin Frenchko returns it there. You're kind of in an awkward position as the returner where you think, okay, am I going to wait to see if this goes out of bounds? Am I going to return it? You can't leave the ball there. So in that scenario, Frenchko grabs it, tries to make some yards out of it, and works out well for the Dutch. So between that touchdown and this field position, a little bit of life for Hope. And just like that, we're going to see Eddie Williams cut out wide. And I said it before the drive, and it's coming true before our very eyes. They're keeping Eddie Williams running, and he is picking up more and more yardage in the second half.
Eddie Williams.
And that essentially negates everything they just got from the field positioning on that kickoff. Ball now at the 25. Williams runs it again, but he's brought down quick. Tyler Sazowski in there to make the hit. Nice play there from Sazowski, and that'll set up 2nd and 9 situation. Hope absolutely cannot give up points. We'd love to force a punt. Oh, man, and a little bit of contact across the middle, but that's not going to be a flag. Nick Flegler in there to break it up. They were looking for, excuse me, they're looking for Zach Poff. Zach Poff has 2 catches for 28 yards in this game. Of course, 94-yard kick return he had earlier was one of the most dynamic plays in that first half. He also had an 88-yard kickoff return last week. Speaking of dynamic, this homecoming crowd still in it for the Dutch. Down 18. It's loud here at Ray and Sue Smith Stadium on this 3rd and 9. Huge play for Hope. And they're going to see a quick pass here. St. John. Hoff's got some space, but he's going to be brought down. Flegler, Lumen. Look at that. There to stop the attack of the Scots, Lumen and Flegler. That'll set up a punting situation. And the game's not over yet, folks. A little bit of momentum for Hope. So for the Scots, I mean, you get that first run for Eddie Williams, and as a Hope fan, you're thinking, oh, man, here we go again. But just like that, 3 plays of only 4 yards to show for, and punting situation. Terrell Harris back there. You imagine they don't want to see him get the ball. That's going to be a short punt, too, which will work out in favor of the Dutchman. Nobody's going to grab it, and Hope gets the ball about the 45-yard line here. Still 7.5 minutes remaining. And I want to see more of what, if you're a Hope fan, I think you want to see more of what Ben Wellman and crew produced last drive. A little bit more of a fast-paced. I mean, they're not operating at the speed that we've seen Alma operate at, right? But a little bit of a more fast-paced offense. A larger chunk plays through the air. And don't be afraid to get Wellman involved in the run game as well. Wellman with Smith in the backfield, 4 receivers out wide. He's going to go to Smith, and Smith with some blocks out there, and he's going to throw a shoulder for the yardage. That's Hope College football right there.
There's the football in Alma territory. Ball's up to Scott, 48, second and 1.
And man, that's why you get the ball to a guy like Elijah Smith. But Hope's got to keep the pace here. Got to keep it going. And speaking of design plays for Wellman, we're going to see it right here.
Wellman.
He's going to run a couple yards to the first down.
Keeps the ball for the first down to the Alma 44.
In his career, as we'll see Ben Wellman. Oh, he's got pressure coming. Oh, man, he just had to eat that one. He had the ball out. You don't want to lose the football there, but that will go down as a huge sack for the Scots. Jerome Robertson, the senior, well, just absolutely phenomenal pursuit there. He gets right to Wellman, not fooled at all. Second and 20 here. And Hope is back where they started the drive. Wellman's going to get out this time. He's going to, that pass is just going to be short. He had some room. Probably could have ran for a few yards, but with the pursuit, went out wide there on the pass. And that'll result in an incompletion in a 3rd and 20 situation for Hope. I think you want to ideally try to set up a manageable 4th down play here. Tough situation. You don't have too many plays in the book for 3rd and 20. We'll see what Ben Wellman can muster up here and what Sersman crew have in mind for the Dutchman. Harris in motion. Here's Wellman. Wellman, he's got to be careful here. He's going to throw it, and it goes above Holzer, but it's going to hit Myers, and Myers is going to get some yardage, which will set up a more manageable 4th down play. They're still going to have a ways to go. So yeah, it'll be a 4th down and just under 10 situation. So and Hope's got to be careful here too. I know they're taking their time, but the clock is still ticking. It's under 6 minutes remaining, and they're still down a considerable amount. They still need 3 possessions of scoring left in this game. Here's Wellman, 4th and 8. Hope needs it. The pressure's coming, and Wellman is absolutely clocked in the backfield. Oh my goodness! And almost the entirety of the defensive line, it felt like hit Wellman at the same time. Wow. You see the replay here. Oh my goodness, and that was a fumble picked up by Clem, who was able to get forward a yard or two, but wow, the story there is the sack produced by Jerome Robertson, Carson Gray. Man, the Scots defense just came running there, and that's one of those situations where you send the house, and if Wellman's able to get a pass out there, who knows, you might have 6. But with that pressure, man, that's a bold thing to call on a 4th and 8, but it works perfectly for Alma. Carter St. John and crew now take the ball back, 5.5 minutes remaining. They're going to hand it half to the other Williams, Jordan. And for Alma, this is not a game where you just want to peacefully ride into the sunset. You know this Hope team is good, so you're not going to. Nobody's bringing in the subs yet.
Balls at the Hope 38.
Between Eddie and Jordan Williams, the sophomore and the freshman, a lot of running game today. And let's remember, it was Carter St. John, a sophomore. So this Alma team, the confidence, the positive play, the whole ordeal, the whole 9 yards you've seen. I mean, these are young guys that are going to be around for several more years. St. John's going to hand it off. Jordan's going to pick up, I think, another 1st down or be right at the marker.
Jordan Williams for the 1st down. For the Hope 28.
Ball on the 28-yard line. And, of course, St. John is going to take his time here. They're to run the clock down. Jordan Williams will remain halfback here. And Williams is going to fall after a couple yardage, but
Jordan Williams slips down.
you can tell the energy is just kind of dissipated on the Hope side.
2nd and 8.
And after this, just 3 more. 3 more MIAA regular season games for Hope. Williams is going to cut it out wide, and he's going to fight forward. Flagler's just barely going to be able to bring him down there. It was kind of an awkward play there at the end, but Williams with the first down. For Hope, they've won 5 straight, right? So they won 14-6 to Albion, 30-21 to Adrian. Blew out University of Northwestern. Had an amazing, close game against Mount St. Joseph. I got to call that. That was so exciting. Beat Loras College. They did lose to Aurora that first game, but for Hope, if they're not able to pull off a miracle in these last 3 minutes, they will fall to 5-2 on the season. Alma will rise to 6-0. Yet to lose a game this season. Nice defensive pursuit on the interior from Hope College.
Palmer and Ackerman on the tackle. Ball to the 22 now. Timeout.
Alma hasn't really had a game this season where, man, that anybody's been within closer than 20 points of them. They've only played, this is only their 2nd game against MIAA competition, but I mean, both of these games, they're performing extremely well. They beat Trine 70-30. Looking at some of their other games, man, just look at the scores. I mean, 52-7, 68-0, 60-14, 48-28. This is a team that has just been creating so much offensive magic and firepower this whole season. Carter St. John really just acting as a renegade for this offense. So a 4th and 4 situation after that 3rd down play.
Situation is this, 4th and 4 for the Scots.
They're going to keep the offense out there.
4th quarter.
Carter St. John and crew, and I mean, I guess in this situation, kind of a long field goal. They're just going to leave the hole out there and see if they can ice the game, essentially. St. John is going to look at his options. He's going to go ahead and, wow, find his receiver at the 15, and there's going to be a flag in the backfield. That might be more yardage for the Scots. That might be against the Hope defense hitting St. Joseph. I'm going to be wrong.
10-yard penalty from the previous spot. 4th down.
I stand corrected. That will be a holding call, which will push the Scots back. We'll see if we get a punt here. I don't think they're going to kick a field goal. Either that or they'll just leave the offense out there. We'll see. They're just going to go ahead and go for it in this situation. So Carter St. John out there. Eddie Williams back in the backfield. Alma, the Scots looking to put a dagger in this game on this 4th and 14. They're going to go ahead and throw it for the first down, and oh my goodness. Talk about an aggressive offense. Just off the fingertips there of Poff, and Poff, man, trying to get in the end zone again. Talk about the Scots team, no let up. 4th and 14, winning handily. They're going to go ahead and try to set that dagger in the chest of the Hope College Dutch, but that will be a turnover on downs. It'll go back to Hope. Of course, for the Dutchmen, I mean, to pull something off here would be nothing short of incredibly miraculous. Down 18. Ben Wellman and crew will at least look to get some points on the scoreboard. This 2-minute drill. Wellman's going to look at his options. Rolls out wide, just thinking about running. He's going to go ahead and take off and get out of bounds for
Wellman scrambles
a solid gain.
Forward to the 43. First down, Hope College.
And for this Alma team, last year, I mentioned it earlier in the broadcast, they beat Hope by 2 points, 28-26. In that game, Hope had a comeback attempt and was almost able to fight their way back for a win, but they were stopped by Alma. That was the first time, as we see Wellman to throw there to Harris, that was the first time that Alma had defeated the Flying Dutchman since 2015. It's about 7 years. This year, it looks like more of the same, but to a greater extent. The Scots was just a dominating performance. Hope was able to hang around in that first half, but things started to fall apart as we see Wellman on the run here. He's gonna slide, and the defense wisely doesn't do anything crazy there to hit him. But for the Scots, man, it's just a real showing of dominance here in the MIAA. That being said, still a minute 14 left here. Here is Wellman, and he's just going to have to eat that one. No gain. Oh, and that one's going to be bobbled and caught. We're going to see a flag on the play. But a impressive concentration catch there from Johnny Rowan Blanton. We'll see what the flag is on the field.
He threw the flag right in front of the whole bench.
Yeah, Johnny Rowan Blanton with a grab, which will be nullified. The freshman out of Rockford.
Referee conversing with Sturzman crew. We'll see what the call is.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense, number 6. 5-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
Ineligible receiver downfield call. It'll go against Hope, and at this point, not an earth-shattering penalty, but it will set Hope back nonetheless.
45. Second down and 15.
And here is Wellman. Wellman's going to hit Rowan Blanton again, and Rowan Blanton with, I think, the most catches he's had all season today. And how about the Scots fan base who showed out to watch their guys perform today? They're enjoying it right now, and that's going to be what should have been an interception for the Scots. Pass was thrown out wide, and there was nobody there. Drew Hum, senior for the Scots, had his hands on the ball and almost got an INT on Wellman there. And Hope's going to battle to the end. A hard-fought game from both teams. Alma will end up taking this victory. Wellman's going to fling it, and it's going to end up out of bounds, which will present a fourth down situation. It looks like we may just get a punt here. Excuse me, that was the fourth down play, which will be a turnover on downs. And man, so just a really strange game in a lot of respects. I mean, we started off with back-to-back turnovers for Hope, and that was something obviously that set them off on the wrong foot, right? First 2 drives, 2 interceptions. Their defense did a great job of keeping them in the game early. They were able to muster a strong drive in that first half to keep them in the game. But after that, the Scots just really dominated in all facets of this game, which will lead to their 6th straight win. They're going to kneel it, and Alma Scots are looking mighty fine in the MIAA right now with that win, and they are going to motion to their fans to the bench to celebrate. For the Hope College Dutch, they're going to take their 2nd loss of the year, and they're going to fall to 5-2. It was 5 straight wins for the Dutchmen, but Alma gets the best of them here. Looking back at this game, a couple names you have to mention. Carter St. John, statistically not his greatest game of the year. I mean, you look at some of his other games have been insane. Not his greatest statistical game, but it's a lot of the intangibles and the patience and just the awareness he has, I think, today that showed you why he is so good. A lot of those plays where there was pressure on him, when he could have made mistakes, he made wise decisions. He used his legs. He was crafty and shifty. Picked up first downs and lots of third down situations. Great game for him. Running the ball, Eddie Williams had over 100 yards and was especially dominant in that second half. Zach Poff, of course, had the most exciting play of the game, 94-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. He was also involved offensively throughout. For Hope, their lone touchdown was scored by Zach Trainer, who ran in to the end zone earlier in the game. He ended up going out with an injury in the second half. And for Hope, it'll be back to the drawing board as they prepare to move on from this hard loss. Next week, Hope is going to take on the University of Olivet. And for Alma next week, they're playing at home against Kalamazoo. One final time, my name is Matt Roblin. Thank you for joining us today. This is Hope College Football.
Again, thanks for coming out today.
There are over 5,000 colleges and universities in the United States alone, and nearly every single one of them is named after a location or a historical figure. But along the shores of Lake Michigan, there is a school whose namesake is not a founder, not a historical figure, not a state, city, or physical landmark. It is named after an ideal, a virtue, a way of life. Its name is hope. It is so easy to get lost in what this world lacks, to become discouraged by its needs, gaps, and flaws. Can we see beyond the uncertainty and brokenness? At Hope College, we do. Not by ignoring the world as it is, but by learning and living with the belief that this is not the world as it should be, by driving to understand, to unlock clarity, to amplify truth, by leading with inspired compassion, by embodying a vision that illuminates greater opportunity for all, by serving with anchored conviction, using our collective gifts to offer this world what it needs most. Hope. Not simply hope as a desire, but hope as a way of being. Because hope has changed the way we see the world, and hope drives us to change the way the world is. Because hope shapes our calling. Because hope inspires our dreams. Because hope empowers our talents. Because hope frees us to try. Because hope transforms what we believe, transforms how we act, transforms who we are. At Hope College, we know this life-altering grace is a gift we have all been given, and it is the greatest gift we can offer the world. Hope transforms.